Hello, friends. All right. Wait for everyone to pop on and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Gonna set up my text service. So when you pop on, if you didn't get my text notification that I was live, make sure you say, what's your number? So that way I can opt you in to receive my text notifications. Basically, I'm gonna tell you what phone number to text message, and that will opt you in to receive the texts for Black Friday and all of the Cyber Monday sales and everything that's gonna be happening here very shortly. I feel like this month is already flying by. So we definitely don't want to miss out on any of that. Okay, so when you pop on, say hi. And we shall get started. All right, so first off, I was gonna show you guys my little sweater set. It's actually a sweat set. It's so cute. I just got it in this collab and it's adorable. So it's solid brown on the back. And then I love it too because it has like the little cinch here so you can like hike it up, which is my favorite thing to do when I'm wearing sweat sets, to make them kind of like capris almost. I don't know, I feel like it adds like a little more style to it so you can wear like some cute sneakers. But it says the dirty... what does it say? The Dilly Dally Club? I was like, what does it say? The Dilly Dally Club, which works for me because I feel like I am a dilly daller. So go ahead and say set, and I can give you the link with a discount code for this. Which, Sav, I'll have to find you the link because it's in my DMs. I can't remember what the brand's name is off the top of my head. But let's go and get started. We have a lot of filming I have to do today for so many fun, exciting try-ons for Christmas and Thanksgiving and all the things. So make sure to follow me on Instagram. My name there is Rhea Hope. So that way you don't miss out on any of the really cute inspo for fashion and new holiday charcuterie boards. There's my Instagram handle right there in the comments. And then here is the link to be able to shop all of the makeup. I'm gonna go ahead and pin it here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I was feeling so inspired. I saw this girl I follow on Instagram and she had like the prettiest makeup look today. So we're gonna try to kind of recreate a little bit her makeup look, kind of sort of a little bit. I also thought it would look really pretty with this brown set, which I thought was so cute for November. Again, just say the word set and I'll give you the link in the discount code to get it. All right, we're gonna use Serum Plus foundation today. Yesterday, I used the cream foundation in the color 4C. And then today I'm gonna use the shade Lace in the Serum Plus. And I love this foundation because it has a 12-hour transfer-proof anti-aging hold to it. If you're looking for a foundation that you can put on and become transfer-proof, this is it. It is so good, like 10 out of 10. I always rant and rave about this foundation too because when I first tried it, it like stopped me in my tracks. Like your skin will look 10 times better instantly. Like it's instant gratification, which I feel like is really hard to find nowadays when it comes to like skincare, makeup kind of stuff. But this, your skin instantly not only looks poreless, but it looks lifted and full. Like it looks so, so good. So definitely grab this foundation. If you say foundation only in the comments, I'll give you the link to it. 10% off and free shipping on just the foundation. So if you want to try it, definitely check it out. It is so good. Angel, will you turn on the AC? I am sweating under these lights. I always forget. It was like actually cold today for the first time in forever in San Diego. We've been like in the 80s for the last, I want to say like couple weeks. And today was actually like chilly for the first time. It's not anymore, but it was chilly this morning. We're finally having like a kind of colder front. Thank goodness. But we're gonna go ahead and press this in all over. And then look at how it makes your skin look seriously so poreless, gives you such an even looking complexion. So, so good. All right, now we're gonna use our concealer in the shade Also Lace. In the winter, I just do the same foundation, same concealer color, just because I feel that sometimes I don't want like a super bright looking under eye. During the summer, I don't change my concealer color, so sometimes my concealer will look a little bit brighter than normal, and then other times it'll look just like very seamless and flawless. So it really just depends on what your preference is, like what you want your skin to look like. Do you want a super bright under eye? Do you want something that looks more seamless? So depending on that is what color you would go for. So right now I'm using the concealer also in the shade Lace to use as a spot treatment. So what this means is it basically is just allowing me to cover certain areas where I want more coverage. So I don't have to wear a whole nother layer of foundation if I have an acne scar or a blemish or a sunspot that is just irritating me, or it's just kind of like your Achilles heel, if you will. Like you want just extra coverage in just that little area. Use your concealer to spot treat with that. And then now we're gonna use this same concealer on our under eye, just like so. And a trick too with your concealer is to really make sure to like work this down so you're applying like a very thin layer, but you can apply a lot, but just make sure it's thin, like that it's not like a pile of concealer sitting there. And then another tip or trick is to let that concealer sit on your skin for a few seconds, if not a minute, to get a little more tackier. If you're allowing it to get tacky, not only are you going to cut down on the chances that it creases, but you're also increasing the coverage. So it's actually going to cover better. Instead of blending it right when you apply it, you kind of lose a lot of that coverage on the brush, and then also just kind of get smeared. So allow those few seconds to let it sit on your skin. Let that warmth from your face kind of bake it into your skin as well. Will also be a really good plus. And then I feel like under eye creasing is a big issue with everyone because we're human. We have skin on our under eyes, and we don't like when makeup accentuates those fine lines. So some tips and tricks on how to prevent that would be primer. If you're not using primer, you definitely need to be. I have permanently switched to this one. This is called the Illuminizing Face Primer. We've had this for a long time. I just was such a huge matte primer kind of girl, but since now I'm in my mid 30s, I have officially switched to this. I love the hydration, and I love that it makes my skin look glowy underneath my foundation. But the other good part about primer is it's going to help to fill in those fine lines and those wrinkles and those little creepy under eyes, so our concealer has an even surface to sit on top of. Now, most people have not normal skin. Most people have oily skin, dry skin, crepey skin, maybe you have combination skin, and maybe you just don't know what type of skin you have, but you know your makeup doesn't always go on the way you want it to. So I urge you to try my pre-makeup routine. It's 2 products. It's gonna be your setting spray. Exactly, it's a crime not to prime. So you're gonna spray your face with your setting spray. You're gonna let it dry. Then you're gonna apply your Illuminizing Face Primer, and you're gonna apply this all over your face. Your under eyes, you're gonna really press it into the areas that you have large pores or a lot of fine lines. Let it sit on your skin, and then you're gonna spray this again over your primer with your setting spray. So setting spray, primer, setting spray, that's your routine that you're gonna wanna stick to before you put on any foundation. That routine is going to basically fill in all that area. Think about when you're painting a wall. The first thing that you do when you paint is you sand the wall down. That's your skincare, that's your exfoliator. So if you're not doing that step, that's gonna be your number one issue. If you're experiencing crepiness, creepiness, your foundation not settling right, your foundation looking cakey or flaky or just greasy. So making sure that you're hydrating your skin with moisturizer and eye cream, rose water, which is back in stock now, which if you say rose water, I'll give you the link to that, which is a toner, tightens your face, your pores, reduces redness. So you're gonna wanna do your skincare, and if you don't have a skincare regimen, say skincare help in the comments, and I will private message you, and we will get you set up with a very basic, very affordable skincare routine that you can stick to. Because one thing I've noticed, even with myself, is if I have too many products in my skincare routine, I don't do it. I get lazy, I'm like, there's too many steps, I'm just not gonna do it. So I will give you a 3 to 4 step, which it will take you not even 2 minutes to do at the end of the night and in the morning to be able to use the same line, so you'll save money. You don't have an AM and a PM line, just one line of skincare that'll help to kind of get your skin right on the right track. So back to our analogy, we are prepping our wall. So we sanded it. That's your exfoliator. That's your hydrator. Then we're going to prime our wall. And the reason you prime your wall before you paint it is so the paint goes on evenly, that the paint works better, that the paint looks better on the wall. So that is your primer. That's your primer and your setting spray. So your skincare is what you're doing for sanding. Ooh, nice catch. Your primer and your setting spray are what you're going to do to prime your face. And then the paint is your foundation. So sometimes when you paint after a wall, sometimes you need to go back in and touch up, right? That touch up is going to be your concealer and your pressed powder. Yay! Hi, Jennifer. Make sure you're in my text service if you're not already. So if you didn't get my text that I'm live, you can in the future. Hey, girl, when do you get the award for your big goal? Whenever the next convention is, which I'm not sure. I don't think they announced when it is yet. It was supposed to be in Europe, but I'm not sure if it's still the case. But this year, 2026, I will. Thanks for asking. Make sure I didn't miss anyone's comments. If you guys have questions while I'm chit-chatting, feel free to write it down below. If you guys need any recommendations on makeup, go ahead and ask down below as well. And if you want any of the products you're seeing me use, go ahead and ask down below. Like if you want this cream contour because you see how simply easy this blends into the skin, warms up your complexion, just makes everything look and match better, go ahead and say contour and I can give you the link. Now, if you get any 3 items on my website, you get a free eyeshadow. If you get any 4 items on my website, you get a free eyeshadow and you get 20% off your order and you get free shipping. So it's pretty brainless. Make sure you get 4 items. And if you need help picking out the 4 items, I'm happy to help. Okay, where were we? So we were talking about painting the wall and making your makeup match even better. So that last step is going to be your pressed powder and your concealer. So the concealer is going to be helpful at helping your like touching up those areas, and then the pressed powder is going to help to hold everything into place. Our pressed powder, which you'll see here in a second, is so good even if you have dry skin. It has so many really nourishing ingredients in it. I have a hair that I can see out of the corner of my eye. There. Thank you. Is the chocolate souffle better for contour or barely bronze? So it depends what color your skin is as far as which contour color to use. If you're an experienced contourer, then I would do chocolate souffle. That's the color that I use today. But if you're newer at contour and you're kind of a little bit more on the timid side with that, then I would do barely bronze. Barely bronze is going to be lighter than chocolate souffle. All right, now we're done with all of our creams and all of our liquids. I did the contour stick and chocolate souffle for contour, and then we did the same stick in the blush in the shade Peony Pink, which just adds like a very nice light, like Barbie pink flushness to your skin. It always looks really flattering. Yay, order the rose water. I would definitely get the rose water as soon as you can because they did like an express order on it. And I don't know how much they ordered, to be honest. So if you haven't grabbed it, I would definitely grab it today. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, rose water is amazing. It's like, I like to call it, it's magic water. It's a redness reducer, it's a toner, it takes away the itch of a mosquito bite, it takes away the redness and the sting of a sunburn. It's so good. Which brush do you use for the press in around your mouth? I do, for my liquid foundation, we do the Kabuki brush, which is this guy. It's a foundation brush. I give you the link to that. For concealer, I do this brush. This is not from Unique, but say concealer brush. I'll give you the link to this. And then for my contour, I use another Unique brush. This is called the Total Package brush, and it's perfect for fitting right in that cheek area. And it's actually 4 brushes in one. So say Total brush, and I'll give you that. And then for blush, I used this brush, which this one's not from Unique. So say Cream Blush Brush. I'll give you a link to that. Okay, making sure I blended in my contour on my chin. All right, now we're going to go in and use the setting powder. And this is going to help to absorb any extra oils from our skin. So this is a good step if you're oily skin. If you're not oily skin, you can skip this step and go straight in with your pressed powder. But if you're oily like me, and I'm typically not like super oily, but when I wear makeup, I tend to be. So we're just gonna make sure to set it so any of those oils are gonna be absorbed into that setting powder. Definitely my favorite eyeshadow palette is palette 9. We're gonna use this one today. It is hands down my favorite. The shelf life of rose water, once you spray it for the first time, I'm gonna guess it's like 2 years. Glad you still show unique, a lot of influence I used to watch. Stopped. I love this brand. This brand like transformed my skin, transformed my life. Like I love this brand. Of course I use what I love, and so there are products and colors that I do use that aren't from Unique, but I always tell you guys why, and I provide the link. So I'm very transparent. There are some products that I don't like from Unique, and I always tell you guys what those are. So trust that we're gonna give you the truth around here. All right, pressed powder. We're taking on a big giant brush. Say pressed powder brush, I'll give you a link to this. This is gonna ensure that we're applying it very even. This pressed powder is so good. It makes your skin look like a porcelain doll. Like it takes away all the imperfections, evens out your complexion, and makes everything just look seamless, flawless, and holds all day long. So again, dryness, oiliness, you definitely wanna make sure you're using pressed powder to set your makeup. Your hair is growing so fast. Is that from the hair products you're using or the gummies? So I would say it's definitely a combination. I've been taking the Unique Collagen and the Unique Hair Skin Nail Gummies since they came out. Take those every single day. And then the only change that I've made over the last, I want to say 2, maybe 3 months is I started using a new hair line for my shampoo, conditioner, and my after products. And that line is called Bostagal, and I love it. It is so good. The whole line is made from a celebrity hairstylist, and he is so intentional about the ingredients that he puts in it, and he's so hands-on. Like, you as a customer could talk to the CEO of the company. Like, that's how hands-on he is. He is wonderful, and I love it. I've been seeing really good results. You guys have been seeing good results with my hair growing, and so that's all I've changed, and I did secure a discount code for you guys. And right now he's actually doing a pre-Black Friday sale. Everything on his website is 55% off with code RHEA. So if you want to try the shampoo and the conditioner and the after shower products that I've been using, go and say hair, and I'll give you my link, which is right here. 55% off. He also does have a travel line too. So if you're like, I want to try the shampoo and conditioner, but I want to like test it first, get the travel ones. But I will swear by the whole line. I do his 8-step line. So and I love it too, because everything's labeled. Like, look at this. This is his finishing spray. Everything has a label on it. So you know what order to put it in, which is so rad. So you do the pre-treatment, which is like this oily, it's almost like pepperminty. It feels really, really good on your scalp. So I use that before I get in the shower. And I like put that on, and then I let my, water get hot, and I, clean my bath. It takes a while to get into the shower actually. So I put that on, and then I do the shampoo, and then the conditioner, and then I get out. And then, so that's step 1, 2, and 3. Then you do 4, which is a mist. You do 5, which is a volumizing mousse, which holy volume. Then you do the next step, which is like this healing oil. And then you do the last step, which is a healing clay. And your hair will feel so good by the time you get to it. So again, just say the word hair, and I'll give you the link. It's 55% off. All right, pocket palette time. I used a bronzer that's not from Unique. Say other bronzer, I'll give you a link to that. And then for blush and highlight, I'm using this pocket palette. I am gonna use this till I can no longer use it anymore. It is a limited edition product. This is usually a $54 item, and they have it marked down to $25. And you get 4 products in one. You get a highlight, a blush, an eyeshadow, and a lip gloss. And the highlight and the blush are my favorite colors. So you really hit the jackpot with this. Go ahead and say pocket palette, and I'll give you the link to this. It is so good. Okay, so pocket palette, we use highlight and the blush. And then now let's go ahead and do our eyebrows so we can let those dry. Cindy, what link do you need? Just so we can make sure to send you the right one. All right, now we're gonna go in with our brow gel in the shade medium. This is gonna help your brow hair to grow. It's also gonna help to laminate your brow hair, and it helps to tint it. So if you have gray brows that you just don't want in there, this will help to camouflage it. I love it. I'm using the shade medium. Oopsies. Not the smearing, it seems like it happens from blinking. Does that make sense? Yes. So the reason that that's happening is because your eyelashes are long, so that's cool. And I would definitely recommend to switch mascaras. It is always going to happen with that particular mascara, no matter what you do. It's just some mascaras transfer with oils, like more so than other mascaras do. Even like Unique had a mascara a long time ago and it would transfer on me. And so I can say that these two would not do that to you. Twisted and Quadra, specifically Quadra, won't transfer on you. So if you find that no matter what mascara you're using, it's ending up everywhere, like from blinking, switch to the Quadra mascara, which is this guy, because it's a tubing mascara and it won't transfer. And then also make sure you're setting your skin before you do your mascara. Yes, have all the kitties. They're so good. What's the pressed powder I use? I use the pressed powder in the shade Taffeta, and I swear by it. It's so good, even if you have oily skin or dry skin. Okay, now let's do our lips. We're going to start off with the lip liner in the shade Personable, which is a darker color, but trust the process here. It's like a chocolate brown. And then apply here. Okay, and then everyone's saying the word hair should get the Bostagal link, which is this link right here with code RHEA to save 55%. Okay, lip liner on. I'm gonna go ahead and try to blend it a little bit. Okay. Which these are dang smudge proof. So as you can see, even that trying to blend didn't really blend. So now we're gonna go in with the shade Moneyed first. One sec. Okay, now we're gonna go in with Moneyed. And this is like the same color as the lip liner. But again, trust the process here. Blend into that lip liner. Okay. And then we're gonna go in with Minted. So this lipstick, which I'm almost out of, I just reordered, definitely make sure you order because it transforms all of your lip looks. It takes a lip look that would look so dark and make it light. How pretty is that? And we'll really kind of work this in the middle. So pretty. Love. And you can always top it with like lip glosses and to change it up a little bit too if you wanted. Okay, now let's go in with our brow pencil in the shade Medium. And we're just going to define our brows a little bit. This is always a really helpful little tool to fill in any sparseness. So if you have a lot of sparseness in your brows or you don't have a lot of brow hair, this is very helpful for you. So make sure you get both the brow gel and the brow pencil. I'm using both in the shade Medium. All right, and then to make our lashes look fuller, we're gonna take a brown liner and apply out in the top waterline. And this is such an easy little hack to be able to make your eyelashes look fuller. It creates some like depth behind your lashes, so it's really helpful for that. Okay, and then now we're gonna go in with our Addiction Palette 9 to do our eyes really fast. And we're gonna start off with my favorite color, which is the shade, this lighter brown color from the Addiction Palette 9. Like if you get one palette, this should be it. It is so pretty. And it has like the best colors because it has like neutrals and jewel tones. So we're gonna take the fluffy crease brush And then we're gonna take this lighter brown and we're just gonna work this in the crease easily. Just like so. The lip liner was called Personable, and if you want my whole lip look, which you'll get both lipsticks and the lip liner and a free eyeshadow, go and say Lip Kit. And if you want everything we used and are gonna use on our makeup today, go and say full product list. You'll get 20% off and a free gift and free shipping and everything we use today. So go and say product list if you want everything. Go and say Lip Kit if you just want what we have on our lips. Okay, so once that's blended, which this brush blends so easy, now we're gonna take the fluffy crease brush and I'm gonna grab this darker brown color here and we're just gonna use this to create a little bit of depth in our eye, like so. Just on this outside corner and then kind of blending this out and up, just like so. Just a little bit of depth and we'll blend that out better in a second. Yeah, this lip look would look so pretty for Thanksgiving. Go ahead and say Lip Kit and I'll give you a link to both lipsticks and lip liner and you'll get a free eyeshadow. Okay, so once that is on, then again, we're gonna go back in with the blending of the edges with the brown. And then I thought this would look really pretty with our shirt today. We're gonna take the cream shadow brush and I'm gonna grab this pink. And this is a matte pink, but it's so subtle and so pretty. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna pack this on the eye. Inner corner, all the way to where like that darkness starts and then to the kind of the crease of the eye. This eyeshadow palette is truly like a one-stop shop. Like if you get this palette, you won't need anything else. It has shimmer colors, it has pinks, it has browns, it has like dark colors. You could do smoky eyes, you could do light fresh eyes, spring, summer. Like this is a palette that will carry you through all year, especially during Christmas. Yeah, it does remind you of Stellar, right? Yeah, I definitely get this lip combination. It's so good. Okay, so we're just packing this pink on. And then always, the more you blend, everything looks better. And this is kind of the reason why I love using different brushes for different colors, is you can kind of touch up those colors as you go without having to like clean them all and coming back to it. And then I'm gonna take the Deluxe brush and we're gonna grab that darker brown again and we're just gonna drag this underneath the lower lash line. Not only is this gonna give our eyes like a finished look, but it's also gonna kind of camouflage any of those fine lines you have under there. So yes, please, 2 birds, 1 stone. Okay, and then now we're gonna swish away. And blend. Okay. All right, and then now we're gonna go ahead and spray with our setting spray. Okay, let this dry. And this is really an important part with your setting spray over your foundation, is because it's gonna add moisture into your foundation, which helps it to expand and look much more natural. And if you have really dry skin, you can also use that rose water that we mentioned earlier to also spray over this. So you'll wanna spray both. You'll wanna spray the rose water for moisture, and you'll wanna spray your setting spray to set it, but also to add primer on top. So both parts are really important and effective at keeping everything in place. And then now we're gonna go in with the Quadra mascara. And this is the one that I was recommending to use if you experience your mascaras from bleeding onto your skin. No matter what you're doing, it's as if you're blinking and it's ending up all over. Switch to this mascara. Not only does it have a patent pending lash growth formula in it, so it makes your lashes grow while you're wearing it, but it also is a tubing mascara. So how tubing mascara works is, think of it kind of like acrylics on your nails. It extends the nails longer than they are. That's what tubing mascara does. It creates little tubes around your lashes so it extends them longer than your lashes actually are. So yes, please. So we're gonna use this, and you're gonna wanna layer this. So you're gonna do one nice thin coat using the long black bristle side, dip back in, and then go back in with another layer. I thought those colors would look really pretty together, like pinks and browns. Okay, so we're gonna do one more coat, and I love that this mascara can be layered so easy without it looking clumpy or cakey. And again, just say product list. If you want everything we used today, 20% off and free shipping and a free gift. If you want just what we used on our lips, go and say lip kit. And if you want just one item from today's makeup look, like you're like, I just want the eyeshadow palette, go and say eyeshadow palette and I'll give you the direct link. Or say foundation and I'll give you the link. Or concealer and I'll give you the link. So now we're gonna take the short silicone side. See how the top is short? This is gonna help to lock in that length and define it even more. Just like so. And it's water resistant and transfer proof. So it's perfect if you have oily eyes or oily skin, or you have long lashes and no matter what, your mascara comes off all over. Now we're gonna go ahead and top it with one of my favorite mascaras as well. This is called the Twisted Mascara. This one is really jam-packed with nourishing ingredients like argan oil, keratin, biotin. So really, really good for nourishing. But it's also transfer proof and water resistant, which is nice. So gonna top it with that, and it just like adds a little pizzazz to it. And then we're gonna take, well, my favorite part about this mascara, it has a teeny tiny little wand. So it's perfect at reaching those harder to reach eyelashes. Just like so. And like I said, this is also transfer proof, so it's not gonna end up all over our face. And because we set our makeup with our setting spray before we did our mascara, we're not only have already primed our lashes for mascara, but now our mascara is not gonna end up more wet. Because if you did your mascara, then you did your setting spray, you're just making your mascara wet, so then it could be causing more transferring. And then one last coat of Quadra, because why the heck not? And that's it. There is the super fun fall makeup look that would look so pretty for Thanksgiving. Again, make sure you say product list for the list of everything we used. Go ahead and say lip kit if you just want what we used on our lips. And then if you are like, I don't know what I want, but I want to try this makeup, go and say color match. And I can private message you and get you all squared away with what makeup you should get and what colors and what type for your skin tone, skin type, all of the above. So go ahead and say color match if I can be of any help to you guys. And make sure to shop all of these products down here. Any 3 items gets you a free gift. Any 4 items gets you a free gift and 20% off and free shipping. So make sure you order at least 4 items on this link right there. And let me know if I could be of any help for you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Make sure to follow me over on Instagram so you don't miss out on any of the fun holiday charcuterie boards. And I'm gonna link the set for you guys. So if you wanna link to this with the discount code, I'll have that on my story as well. So I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.